Another guy we just lost was a good friend of mine and a mentor to me, superstar Billy Graham, who is buried in the same cemetery as your brother Eddie. Do you have any memories of him?
Oh yeah, much memories. I remember him as he came into the limelight, and he came into New York before New York took over the whole situation. When they were still in the northeastern states, when they were up there in their states, and everybody, everybody talked about the Big Apple, and when Bruno Sammartino met a guy that was, coming here, big, strong, and this is guy, and you got here, and then you see him how he is in the ring. I said, okay, he's not just a body. This guy can wrestle, and he knows how to motivate a crowd, and knows how to take a match. And I said, this was great. And then when I came to Florida, and I wrestled about the second or third time. It was the third time, no, the second time, because I did 3 tours in Florida, and now I live in Florida, so I ended up here. So anyway, let's go back to the tours. He was in my second tour with my brother Chavo, and I were tagging as a Bandidos, which is a great, I love working with my brother Chavo, and but we were very close because he was a bad guy, we were the bad guys. So when you go to the towns, you go together, and we rode many times with him, and I loved every time again. I still remember him in the dressing rooms, and he'd grab a dumbbell, right, and he'd go and he'd be going, and we'd come, hey Billy, what's going on? And he'd say, hey, get ready for the Big Apple, going back to the Big Apple, going back to the Big Apple, and he was pumping iron. And but most of all, I want to tell you about him is that he was a Christian, and he loved the Lord, and the Lord loved him. I know it. He and I talked many times later on, and there was a thing that was in what was it, athletes in ministry, and that was held in Arizona, in Phoenix, and we went down there, and I had a great time talking with him. The times that I had the opportunity to talk, and he was the one that was the head of when Eddie's at Eddie's funeral. He was the one that was leading everything, and he's pretty strong in what he said to Vince and what he said to others.